Now to the Paris Olympics, and one problem potentially affecting athletes and fans today is the weather. No, not because of the rain that we saw last week, but because there's now a mini heat wave with temperatures expected to reach highs of 35 degrees Celsius. Now, out there in the heat is France 24's sports editor Selina Sykes, who's covering the archery at Invalides. Selina, what's happening with the archery?
Well, Annette, firstly, what's a spectacular setting for archery here in the centre of Paris, Invalides. That was originally a military hospital even that was built in 1687 under Louis XIV. It's now usually a military museum and has several tourist attractions inside, but it's been transformed like many pieces of Paris into a magnificent venue for the archery. Now, this is a sport that is usually dominated by South Korea and China. Traditionally, though, France does have some chances here. The French men's team actually have already won a silver in the men's team archery, and one of those stars that helped to get that silver medal was Thomas Giraud. He is currently competing at Invalides right now against the Colombian Andres Hernandez Vera. This is his second Olympic Games, and well, he might be looking to add to the silver that he won in the team event, Annette.
And as predicted, Selina, the men's Olympic triathlon plan for today has been postponed over concerns about water quality in the River Seine, where the swimming portion of the race was supposed to take place. I imagine there's much concern as to whether, in fact, that swimming portion is indeed ever going to take place, keeping in mind there's thunderstorms are being predicted for tomorrow and onwards.
That's right, Annette. It's been one of the bigger questions kind of hanging over organisers for this Paris Games. Obviously, it was quite an ambitious plan, wasn't it, to spend this 1.4 billion euros on cleaning up the River Seine so the open water events could take place in the heart of the French capital. And as you said, this morning's men's triathlon has been postponed until tomorrow, as long as the women's race can also take place. This is also obviously pending further tests on the water quality, which is deemed not good enough for athletes to take a dip. But today, a little bit of an embarrassment for organisers. Obviously, this is one of the big legacies of this Games, not just for the Olympics, but also the idea is that Parisians can take a dip as well in the River Seine, in free parts of the River Seine from 2025. Some athletes have expressed frustration. As you can imagine, it's not ideal circumstances for them having to have this race postponed. And the worst case scenario, Nets, there is one more contingency day potentially later in August, if the race cannot go ahead as planned tomorrow. But the worst case scenario, organisers said that this will become a duathlon without the swimming lap of this triathlon, and that would be a worst case scenario and a lot of disappointment for athletes.